He's trying not to overhype it, but dang, he's overhyping it right now. So we got this video here of Phantom Arcade talking about the development of FNF. Finally, maybe some news to do with the whole update of week 8. Maybe, I don't know, but something is something. We're thirsty, man. We're so dang thirsty. And that thumbnail. Are they all just slaves? Like... So yeah, we're gonna check this out. Like I said, we thirsty, we very hungry. Whatever the heck he has to say, it's gonna be something that I want to hear for sure, because we haven't heard anything for a dang while. This update was meant to come out like nearly a year ago now. It's crazy. So we're gonna listen up to what he has to say. As always, links in the description if you don't want to hear my reaction, because I will probably start and stop depending on what he says here and just input my thoughts. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up here and get on with this. This was to do with his live stream, I think, and not everyone knows about it. So again, I'm doing this video to spread this more out to you guys, for those who don't check out the live streams and don't know that he does it, yada yada. So yeah, let's check this out here.
And let me tell, I bet the words everyone wants to hear. Let's
oh, here we go.
Story, my guys, my friends.
Tell us the story. Tell us the story.
Yeah, turns out
we want to know.
Development is hard.
Again, we're thirsty. We're so thirsty. We're so thirsty right now.
And honestly, I don't really mean that in a bad way at all, but it is sort of like, it's this crazy thing where we always think like, if I ever make a game, I won't take that long.
That's what everyone says.
And it's like, oh.
But when you go and do it, exactly, yeah. Oh no. This is taking kind of long here.
It's crazy how things stack up. I will say though, it has been like an interesting while, because I feel like forever ago we were just like, all right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna release this stuff. It's gonna be a ton of stuff. We're just gonna get it done. We're gonna release it.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what it seemed like. Again, nearly a year ago now.
It's like
it's been a while.
That's the best way to spell it out. I'm gonna try and break it down.
Maybe
I still don't want to give any spoilers
on
what we're doing, so I'm so excited for everyone
Quality
to see it.
over
and we
quantity.
worked really hard on it.
I bet they have.
At this point, if there are a lot of people who hear that and like roll their eyes, or like aren't jumping in their seats, I don't blame you. I mean, like, you know, we've kind of dedicated ourselves to kind of really stepping back and like polishing things. So
that's
like,
a good thing.
Hey, it's taken a long time, and for people who are like, oh well, I'll be excited when I see it, I don't blame you.
Oh, I'm still excited though. I'm one of those patient.
But the story behind it, I want to tell this. I feel like making tweets on this stuff is totally
I'm
worthless.
a patient P.
But like, I know every now and again people have fun kind of like tweeting the like the delay message.
They're going at it right now.
Oh my goodness! At that point in time, we had a very
will that be in week 8?
Like a super small but really, really polished amount of content that we wanted to get out. That would be like a huge bundle. For people.
That's interesting.
But it was also.
Right, I'm gonna quickly pause it. So yeah, that's interesting. Like I said, it was gonna be really small, but like really like packed. With the next update, and I mean everyone would have been happy with that, but it seems, as he's going on to say here, they weren't so happy with. I mean, again, we would have been happy with it, but they want to bring us more. They want to make it more quality. They want to give us more substance, and I'm in. I am in. We probably would have just got the whole Pico Nene Durnell update thing, and that was it. Probably just that being a week, and maybe some like visual upgrades, as I'm kind of hoping we'll get down the line. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it probably would have been the whole Pico Day thing, and that's probably it, but they weren't happy with that.
In a way, it was like more of the same. It was just like, it was more content stacked on top of what was there.
Yeah.
And like, we were gunning and gunning and gunning and staying up and staying up and staying up and crunching, and like, we just got to a point where it's like, man, we're doing all this.
They were close.
And like,
they were close. They had it, man. So they did have the update.
We're like looking at how much work it is, and then it's like, okay, you know what? We're rushing to get all this stuff done, but I actually feel like this thing could be better. Or like, I feel like this
Perfectionists.
Like, why is this so hard to put in? Like, loading in certain assets, putting down certain pieces, having to work to do offsets for people who are familiar with that. It's just like, it's like reevaluating and being like, okay, you know what? we could rush to meet like fan demand and expectation.
Okay, I respect
like,
this.
You know, there's people doing that every day for mods, and if we're also just like rushing for content, then like we're gonna struggle to get our own game done in the future. So
I like that. I like that. Yeah, it makes sense. You know, they don't need to rush. A rushed product is not the best product. You know, take your time. Again, quality over quantity. It makes sense. It does.
it's just like, yeah, we could put something out now while like
Exactly.
everything's still super hot and like cash in on numbers.
But they ain't about that, you know. And that's
but it's
what
like there's just no
is good
reason
about
to do
them.
that. It's like
they're not riding on the trends or anything. They're not
making
riding
a
on
good
things
game
while it's
is
hot.
more important than just like,
Yeah, making a good game is more important.
I don't know, just like cashing on like hype or things being hot. 'Cause, you know, I won't lie, like it is tempting to get out like more content while people are really salivating for it.
Yeah.
But
again, we're all thirsty.
I think just like making the game good and
We're all
making sure
very,
the game
very
gets done.
thirsty.
So I think we just hit a lot of points and roadblocks where it's like, okay, putting in assets, it's difficult. Having to work and do offsets is difficult. Having to the way that charting works, it's difficult. It's just like there's all these.
So they
tiny
wanna make
things
it
where
all
it's just,
smoother
like, each
probably
one I
for the
felt
future.
Like impeded quality, but each
Keep
one
laughing at BF.
was like
What's BF even holding? Is it's
definitely
his
like
hands.
a major project to take on
It's
and
going like that.
fix up. And so like I just kind of figured if it'll get more stuff in the future, and if all that stuff will run better and play better, and it will give, and at the same time we can also build these like toys for people to play with. It's just like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's like there's going to be a lot of people who are sad they won't get the most immediate thing instantly, but it's been a matter of just like polishing the game on the inside, how it runs, how it loads, even just like a lot of things that people will probably never care about.
But it'll make the difference. That's
but
the
like
thing.
we'll make the game just like run better even
Yeah.
if you don't notice it, and make it easier for us to develop.
So it's easier down the line. It'll make things
And yeah, so
faster.
like that really has just been like
It'll be better for them
a
and
huge
better
bulk
for us.
of it. And all the while, there are some things where I'm sitting down with the programmers, telling them what I want, how it needs to be done, really just like hand-holding and going through. There's some things where like the programmers are doing stuff that I don't fucking understand. I don't understand how goddamn asset loading, pulling assets, buffered. I don't get it at all.
He's just
But
the
sometimes
artist.
I can't sit down with them. I can't.
He just does this
handhold
funny
or,
drawing.
Like, point over the shoulder, and those are the times where it's like, all right, I'm off. I'm like checking in on the musicians. I'm seeing who's doing what. I'm making sure that nobody has too much idle time. You know, since it has been such a long wait, I've been making sure that all the while that nobody sitting down for too long. Of course, like not doing anything. Like, not only is the team like prepping future content like alongside me, but like even when I'm off in my own world doing art that like I'm behind on, or even when the programmers are doing their thing, even when we're all basically separated by these walls of work, like I'm still making sure that every single person has a task that's going on, so that when the update comes out, I don't know, at this point it'll just be ludicrous. It reminds me of when I was working on the Smash collab. It almost feels like there's finally just been like a huge collaborations where like the Smash collab was like, oh my god, this is so much work, this is so much time, this is so much effort, this is so much like management.
It's gonna feel good though. It's gonna feel good.
That when this comes out, I almost can't even believe it. At times, I seriously thought I was gonna die before the Smash collab came out, because it almost felt too good to be true. It was like almost an hour's worth of some of the funniest cartoons
So they are
I've ever
working their
seen,
cheeks
all
off.
piled together over months.
Whoever thinks
with
they're
hours
not,
poured into them
goodness
from all
me.
these people. It's like this is just gonna be too good when it comes out. I feel like, will God even let it happen? Am I just gonna get struck by lightning?
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Before
I
they
know.
push the publish button, they get struck by lightning.
I feel like
Goodness
that
me.
is
It'd be
almost how I feel
a
now.
sad
It's
day
like
for
there's so
everyone.
much stuff coming that like, I mean, I'm not trying to overhype people. I guess it's just like there's been so much work done on my end, and just making sure the whole thing runs
He's trying not to
smoothly along
overhype
with
it, but
Cam.
dang, he's overhyping it right now.
Whether it's just like business meetings, meetings with team members, like just every day, all the time.
This is gonna be something else.
That really is like the best summary I can like give at the moment is just like there's all the stuff we're constantly doing, and I'm excited as I guess basically like
I wish you would
say that, like the quote unquote like scope
mention
has
just
like gone
a
up,
little something,
but it's almost been like
just a little dribble, you know,
like out of our hands in a way where like when we come to a wall that we should be climbing, it's like, well, we can avoid it and just pump something out, or we can just hunker down and start climbing the wall. And
yeah, get over it, man.
That's what we've had to do.
Don't
more
stop
than
while
one
you're climbing.
time. It's almost been like
get over it first.
Torturous in that way, where it's like, oh wow, we thought we almost had it, now we have to make this thing. We thought we almost had it, now we have to make this thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I'll be amazed to see what life is like once it's out.
Oh, you'll be a happy chappy. You will be a happy chappy.
It's just nuts.
But when this whole update comes out, it's not going to be the full game. There's going to be way more. Way more. Dang! Like I said, he said, I'm not trying to hype people up, but that's making me hyped. I don't know about you lot, but he's making this sound juicy. It already looked really good. Remember that trailer from like last January where we saw Danelle and Nene, whatever her name is, Pico running along? Like, oh, that looked great, but it's just gonna be better than that. It's gonna be better than that. So yeah, that's the update on what the heck's going on with FNF and Week 8. Whatever it's gonna be called, I don't even know if it's gonna be called Week 8 at this point. I guess it is the Week 8 update. I mean, well, what else is it? It's just Week 8. But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on this? I'm really excited, as I already said. Very excited. They can take as long as they need. Again. Quality over quantity. It does seem like they're just overhauling everything. Again, I'm really hoping the artwork is like redone. I don't know, something about that same BF sprite, it kind of is tiring to look at now. It really is. So when a mod changes up BF and the art style, it's always a welcome. A wonderful welcome. So I'm kind of hoping it's the same with the actual official game, but I could be wrong. None of the art could be changed and we just get the new weeks and stuff, but I have a feeling it will. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but if I'm right, holy moly, I'm gonna be grinning from ear to ear. I'm gonna love it because the recent Phantom Arcade art has showed his recent takes on BF and GF, and that's kind of what I want to see, I want to see that.